Greetings, gentlemen and ladies. I am the Old School Game Snob, and in today's video we are taking a look at a rather fun and actually pretty tanky, pretty strong Frost Nova Sorceress. You don't see these every day, so we're experimenting with some more unusual builds, and this is a look at Frost Nova. Actually pretty effective, quite a lot of fun too. Everything gets slowed down, most stuff gets hit reaction stuns. Meanwhile, I've got this character with a maxed out energy shield, so she actually has like 90% damage reduction. We're combining that with Emilio's insight and focusing on mana, so she has just like a lot of defense possibility, capability, a lot of tankiness, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So we are going to take this little lady around and show her some of the monsters of Sanctuary and kill some of those monsters. You guys can kind of see how well she performs in different areas. Here's the Chaos Sanctuary, not having any trouble in here at all. Like I say, that very strong maxed out energy shield with maxed out telekinesis really makes her tanky, really gives her a lot of defensiveness. Yeah, defensiveness is the word I think I'm looking for. But yeah, anyway, here we go. Let's plop her in the middle of a whole bunch of baddies, and yeah, just have a lot of fun with that Frost Nova. It's a nice spell. It's a nice spell to cast. It just hits everything, right? Frozen Orb is also another option here. This character has maxed out Frozen Orb. Well, basically, a nearly maxed out Frozen Orb, a very strong Frozen Orb. So if you like Frozen Orb and if you want to switch back and forth a little bit, your Frozen Orb is very strong as well. That being said, I honestly think that the Frost Nova does a better job of just clearing out large areas, just because it hits everything with every single shot. Oops, did my energy shield come down? I was like, oh, why am I dying there? That doesn't seem right. Okay, that's what happened. Energy shield came down. Okay, let's take a look at her skills. We have 20 points into telekinesis and 20 points into energy shield with the skill gear bonuses. That's a 90% damage reduction on energy shield. That's just crazy. That's such a huge amount of damage reduction. Oh, I forgot to put 1 point into warmth. 1 point into warmth, because actually that Frost Nova costs quite a bit to cast. Yeah, costs quite a bit to cost and costs quite a bit to cast. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, we've also got Emilio's help over here with the insight pole arm. That is to, again, just help with mana recovery, keep the energy shield up. That's her health point pool, because she's, energy shield. It also helps with her casting of like a really fast-paced Frost Nova. That Frost Nova spell is kind of expensive. Emilio, otherwise, you can gear him up kind of however you want. There's lots of good ways to configure a merc, and yeah, you could even switch the insight out for something else if you prefer, but I find that mana regeneration is very nice. Okay, over to her cold tree skills, and into lightning all we've got here. So into lightning, we've also got 1 point into static. Over into cold, I have 1 point into frozen armor, because hey, that adds quite a bit of defense, so sure, why not? Otherwise, we're taking a look at the Frost Nova, which receives 10% cold damage from Blizzard and 10% cold damage from Frozen Orb. If you didn't want to go with the energy shield and you just wanted to go with a pure cold Sorceress, you could, dump some points into Glacial Spike or Ice Blast and then just have like a really powerful Blizzard source, but that's a Blizzard source. That's not a Frost Nova source, and we're doing Frost Nova Sorcerers here today. Anyway, yeah, points, 20 into Frost, 20 into Blizzard, 20 into Frozen Orb, and we got about 10, 11 into Cold Mastery. We want to get that to about minus 150. I'm a little bit overkill here actually at the moment, but minus 150 would basically make every monster at minus 100% resistance, so double damage, give or take. There's a few exceptions to that rule, but that's pretty much guaranteed almost across the board. Okay, for her gear, we have Death's Fathom. Now, this is Hero Editor gear. Guys, I know a lot of you are like, wow, that's so perfect, blah, blah, blah. No, it's just Hero Editor for putting together build ideas. That's what it's about. Okay, so Death's Fathom gives us a big bonus to cold skill damage straight up. The best cold sorceress item in the game, Death's Fathom. We've also got Nightwing Veil, again, because it gives us just a flat-out big bonus percentage to cold skill damage and also to all skills. You can't argue with that. We've also got the Shadow Eye. We've got a caster amulet basically here, something with some faster cast rate on it, just to basically get our cast rate up to, oh wait, where is it? Something Something's not right here. That was Emilio that I was looking at. He doesn't have a very faster cast rate. Anyway, we want that 105 faster cast rate. Now you can get at that however you want to do it. You could use some rings. You could use a crafted amulet. As long as you get to 105, that's the breakpoint we're aiming for. The next high breakpoint is 200%, which is a little bit faster, but a long ways off in terms of cast speed. And with Frost Nova, since it's all about putting those Frost Novas out really fast, we want to get that at least to 105, and probably that at most 105. 200 doesn't make a huge amount of difference anyway. Okay, so we've got the Spirit Monarch Shield, the perfect version of that. Again, 105% breakpoint, that's what you're going for. There's a few ways to get there. You could swap out a ring and get there that way. I've got some Stones of Jordan in here, but you could also use Bahamut's Ring of the Apprentice, something with a nice big amount of mana, and also faster cast rate on the ring. That might be a even better way to go. Then you don't need a 10% caster amulet. Basically, you want to get your mana pool up quite high, so you have a lot of like a natural mana regeneration. That also, you know, like I said, that's your health pool. That's your energy shield health pool right there. And yeah, it costs a lot of mana to spam out that frozen orb. So Bahamut's Ring of the Apprentice with 10% faster cast rate and some mana on it, or Stones of Jordan, is good. I've just got a Thunder God's Vigor here. You could also swap this out for Arachnid Mesh. Again, that gives you that 10% faster cast rate. But this also gives Lightning Absorb, which, well, what a great example, what great timing. This basically makes the Sorceress immune to lightning damage. You can see her mana shield absolutely folded at the onslaught of these Black Souls. But, well, what's going on here? Are they hitting me with physical? I'm not sure. Anyway, but you can see she's basically immune to all of that lightning damage that comes in. Boy, what a pretty fireworks show. You know what? I'm gonna go somewhere a little bit safer. This ain't okay. From there we have Trangul's Claws. This could also be Mage Fist. Basically, we just want that 20% faster cast. We've also got Ormus's robes. These are, of course, hero editor hacked robes. There's no such thing as a 3 to frozen orb on Ormus's robes, but basically what we're looking for here is that faster cast plus the cold skill damage. It's all about stacking up the cold skill damage as much as we can to make Frost Nova hit hard, to make it as good as we possibly can. And last but not least, well, we've got some Inferno Stride boots here, and this is basically just to get our max fire resistance up to make us more immune to various forms of elemental damage. Nice high fire res, nice high lightning res, Thunder God's Vigor, or Vigor. If you wanted to put on a Dwarf Star ring or something like that and make yourself mostly immune to fire, you could do that, and that's a lot of fun to do. For her stats, we have enough strength to wear her gear. That's base 145 for all of this stuff, and then the rest I've just dropped right into energy, and that is just to get the mana shield up nice and strong, super high. Otherwise, stack up your cold skill charms. I'm sure you'll have no problem finding plus 140 life cold skill charms. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And a nice 20, 3 sorceress skill. Those are a dime a dozen. You can find those basically anywhere. That was sarcasm for those of you who are about to get angry with those particular comments. That was a little bit of sarcasm. Everybody else who got it, you guys get it. That's all right. Okay, let's take this girl into the ancient. Take her into we'll take her into the World's Stone Keep, and we'll take out Bale and see how she does. All right, starting out with the glooms. That frozen orb is nice, right? The frozen orb is rather nice just because you can throw it from a distance, knock stuff down. Okay, Throne of Destruction. You know what? We'll do this together, so you guys can just get a better sense for how this character plays. That's kind of the point, right? Instead of trying to level one up and design one yourself, it's kind of interesting, in my opinion. I like to see how a character plays when I learn from a guide or watch a guide or something like that. It's you know, it's one thing to know how to put it together, but to see how it plays, that's kind of what I'm most curious about. So we're just going to do some straight up gameplay here, which is it's kind of fun for me because I get to play the game a bit, and yeah, you guys can just see how it goes. Okay, all right. Well, we'll take down that guy, and let's see, who are we missing? Some snaky boys over here. We'll take those guys out. Yeah, Frozen Orb. Oh, sorry, not Frozen Orb. Frost Nova. It's actually pretty effective. It's actually quite a lot of fun. I do like the Frozen Frost Nova, and I do like just like the Lightning Nova. They're both quite a lot of fun, and they just clear the area so quickly. Like there's no aiming, there's no, you know, missing. If they're in the circle, where you're standing, then they get hit and then they die pretty fast too. So it's quite a lot of fun. Quite a lot of fun to play this character. Oh yeah, we've got those frozen skeleton, frost immune skeletons, I guess is what I should say. So we're gonna have to get my mercenary to deal with those. This is the only part that's gonna be a little bit slow. Whole bunch of poison in this area. The poison's kind of ridiculous. Yeah. Oh, where'd he go? Oh man, he's dead. Emilio's dead. Boy, my poor character's all out of gold. What shall we see? Oh, I don't know. We got this Burr rune, that's worth quite a lot. The Ist rune, that's worth quite a lot. Awesome. Perfect. Those sold for a damn near fortune. Now I can resurrect Emilio. Good value right there. Pro tips. Okay, this part is a little bit slow. You just have to basically teleport Emilio around on top of all of these. Well, we got some glow or some burning souls, I guess, back here. And Emilio's all decreptified. And he's so slow. Emilio's so slow right now. And I'm so slow. Oh man, slow motion attack. Look at that. That's just like something out of sports replays. That's what that is. Okay, come on, Emilio. Pokey pokey. Do your job. There we go. Pokey pokey. A little bit more. And one more. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright. Phew. But yeah, Bahamut's Ring of the Apprentice. Those are magic rings with 10% FCR and quite a bit of mana on them as well. Right. Better start casting so I can kill these guys. But yeah, no problem taking down the council. We're just gonna have to protect Emilio now from the Hydras. Because Hydras own Emilio. He does not like them. Alright. Once again, I think I should be fine just to stand in the center of things here. I forgot my energy shield came down. That's not good. You gotta watch out for that. That will kill you real quick. But yeah, nice clear speeds, even with Frost Nova. Like I say, you don't see this spell used all that often on Sorceresses, but Frost Nova and Nova, they are actually quite a lot of fun. Here we have the Minions of Destruction. Hopefully we don't have any cold immunes, because that could be a problem. Emilio is not that well geared. I have him with Insight, and that's the only problem with the Insight, even though, you get nice mana regeneration. It's not the most powerful. I guess it would be better if I gave him like a Treachery or Fortitude or something instead of the Viper Magi. Vampire Magi, for those of you who know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, anyway, we'll do a little bit of static field here. Pew 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 pew. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, that's too much damage from the mana drain spell, whatever that is. Actually, for dealing with Bale and bosses, I bet you Frozen Orb is going to be our better bet, especially if I got one of those curses on my head. But yep, totally viable Frozen Orb, very strong Frozen Orb. That's Bale. And I usually like to close off these build videos at the Moo Farm just to show you guys some cow clearing speed action here. See how this character does? Just because the cows tend to be kind of tanky in terms of hit points, but they don't have much in the way of special resistances, and yeah, pretty good. Oh, that was almost a Shaco, which would have almost been good if this wasn't Hero Editor. It doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter what I find. It just doesn't count. Anyway, yeah, pretty good with the cows. Pretty good at taking care of the cows. They get into this nice sort of hit recovery, and those who don't, those who don't, or those who do, they all get frozen, so they get nice and slowed down, except for that guy. Boy, Sharp Vex here is making a fool of me. He's like, oh yeah, they all get cold and hit stun. It's like, Cold Vex is like, no man, that just doesn't work on me. Far too powerful. I spend my days like bathing in ice baths, like Wim Hof teaches, and I am no longer affected by cold. Cold is my ally. Cold is my friend. Your cold does nothing to me. Yeah, anyway, I imagine that's what he says. I don't speak cow, so I'm interpreting based on the tonality, mostly. Okay, that's it. See you guys in the next video. Alright. Also, a shout out to user HE77GA. Your Sorceress fan art concept made it into the thumbnail of this video. I just, really dug your work. Gonna link your profile in the description of this video in case anybody else wants to check out your work. Beautiful version of Sorceress. Yeah, just love her. Great work. Very cool.